Hey, you all. So, just wanted to just encourage you all to be your own advocate when it comes to anything that affects you, especially when it comes to your health, because that affects everything. And I know there are many things that conventionally we're used to, these things that are just common that we kind of just accept, like, over the counter medications and, Tums and drugstore medications and things such as that. But, in the time that we're living, there's so much more for us to deal with, and our bodies are resilient. God created them that way. However, we'll hit these points in life to where our body is really trying to calibrate itself and really kind of juggle and balance everything out. And it'll just be one straw that will, quote unquote, break the camel's back and just send so many things off. And we see this a lot with autoimmune diseases being on the rise. We have such a high toxic load that we're dealing with today, and an increased stress that our body wasn't intended to carry. And so a lot of these things, we don't want to get this concept that that's just the way it is, there's nothing we can do about it, because there is a lot that you can do about it. And the good thing about it is that when you question, not, being negative or rude or anything like that, but when you ask questions, allow yourself to ask questions of things that seem common. Allow yourself to ask these questions, because I'm telling you, there is a solution. And what's amazing is that God never becomes outdated. He knows things that are to come. He knows things that he has set in place, and he knows things that others will try to do in opposition to the health that we can have. And so there's misunderstanding. Sometimes things are done intentionally, many times, or sometimes they're unintentional. But let's make it a habit of asking questions. Let's make it a habit of asking ourselves, asking God, why do I have this feeling? Like, why is this taking place in my head? Or why did this just happen in my body? Because there's a connection, and it's not just in the physical. It's our mind, and it's everything that's connected to that. And our health affects everything else that we do. There are roots to your there's a connection between your digestive system and depression. And we might think, oh, it's the event, or it's the things that are going on around me. There's a number of different things that are taking place. So like I said, we have a higher toxic load now. We don't have the traditional methods that are effective, or traditional means of addressing something, because our technologies and our environment has changed at a quicker pace. And so many times things will change when we get, the outcome or the results of it 10 years down the line. And so because technology is moving so quickly, our environment is changing so quickly, and this stress load is really overwhelming us, don't accept these signs that your body's trying to send you, because God has already put an answer in the earth. And that's the good news. We might think, oh, there's nothing I can do about it, so I'm just going to accept it. Well, sometimes when individuals accept it, their acceptance is accepting a pharmaceutical that's actually causing more harm than good. And that's not a one-off. That's something that's extremely common. What we don't know is that the drugs that we're given, these are individuals that are trained to think and to address things a certain way. And when you're set up with a certain structure, there's a tendency to just, in a sense, have blinders. And it's just the way our brains are processed. We pick up on patterns, we learn things certain way, we develop, then there's the culture around it. And I'm just going to do what the rest of the doctors do. But the thing is, is that you have to ask questions. And thank God that there's individuals, professionals that are out there that have also asked questions. And so whatever symptoms are coming up, whatever mental issues, you feel yourself being low in energy, you're not having that push, don't just look at your driver's license and say, well, I'm 40. And then I hear some people nowadays are like, oh, I'm getting old. How old are you? 28. What? You all, don't make this common. Don't make sickness common. Don't receive it. Don't accept it, and ask questions of everything. And so I'll talk to you all later. Take care.